More than half of all people affected by disasters live in countries afflicted by fragility, conflict, or violence, known as FCV. Disasters and conflict are often mutually reinforcing. Disasters can exacerbate pre-existing social tensions. For instance, frustration at the slow delivery of relief after an earthquake in Papua New Guinea in 2018 caused a surge in violence. Vice versa, conflict can lead to disaster vulnerability. Since 2017, 670,000 Rohingyas fled from the crisis in Myanmar, only to be exposed to cyclones and flooding in Cox's Bazar. And conflict can weaken the capacity of governments and communities to cope with disasters. In Somalia, decades of conflict undermined the ability to address droughts, which led to famines and caused 250,000 deaths and displaced millions. Climate change can multiply these threats, intensifying the severity and frequency of extreme events and exacerbating the risk of conflict by contribution to water stress or food insecurity. The World Bank Group has increased resources and engagement in FCV-affected countries, where 2/3 of the world's extreme poor will live by 2030. Its new FCV strategy is shifting focus from post-conflict reconstruction to inclusive approaches that address the root causes of vulnerability, even during active conflict. GFDRR, as a global partnership to help developing countries manage disaster and climate risk, has responded to the growing demand for support in FCV contexts, mobilizing close to $50 million in investments since 2016. And experience confirms that a hazard-by-hazard risk reduction approach does not work. Its DRM FCV Nexus program, with initial support from Germany, helps the new FCV strategy by working with disaster, climate, conflict, and peace-building experts and practitioners to adapt disaster operations to do no harm and be appropriate in FCV contexts. And conversely, to integrate DRM knowledge and tools as possible entry points to support peace-building interventions. Because when conflict sensitivity is applied to post-disaster intervention, evidence shows it may lead to long-term positive impact, as seen in the post-tsunami response in Aceh with its peaceful institutional change, and in Myanmar, where Cyclone Nargis response was instrumental in opening the country. Within a year, the program has developed a new framework to integrate both conflict and disaster risks, as done in the early recovery of Cyclone Idai in Zimbabwe. The program is also developing a toolkit for the World Bank, GFDRR, and partners on how to engage in this complex overlay.